Searching, 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 searching.
I'm Teresa McDonald, and here are news highlights from the family meeting. I know,
In
right?
the upset, not that bad a thing. I'm Michael Toscana.
Checkered flag is in the air, and the 101st Indianapolis flag.
All righty then. 2 men were stabbed to death and 1 injured on Friday on a light rail train in Portland, Oregon, after they tried to intervene when another passenger began ranting and raving and shouting anti-Muslim hate speech at 2 young women. Portland police on Saturday identified the 2 slain victims as 53-year-old Ricky John Best and 23-year-old Talaisin Merdine Namkai Meshki. A third victim, 21-year-old Makai David Cole Fletcher, is being treated for non-life-threatening injuries.
So he got 3 people with one knife?
He got 3 with one knife. 2 he killed.
That's kind of skillful.
I know.
Yeah.
That's sad, though. America's allies witnessed the 2 sides of 45 on his first foreign trip as U.S. president, a 9-day tour that began with sword dancing in Saudi Arabia and vague pledges in Israel to deliver Middle East peace. In Brussels, he bashed NATO partners for not spending more on defense, shoved the prime minister of Montenegro because he walked in front of him, and renewed his attacks on Germany's trade surplus with the United States. As Trump headed home, European officials were left with mixed feelings. Relief that
the occupant of the White House.
I know. They caught me. European officials were left with mixed feelings. Relief that he had been patient enough to listen to their arguments, but unsettled by his Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde personality. French President Emmanuel Macron has said his clenched handshake with the idiot currently occupying the White House was not innocent and was, quote, a moment of truth. The awkward encounter saw each grip of the other's hand so firmly that their knuckles turned white.
That's so dumb.
I know. Mr. Macron told French media he wanted to show that he would not make small concessions, not even symbolic ones.
Squeezing each other's hand like 3-year-olds.
As their vigorous handshake continued over several awkward seconds, Mr. Macron and the idiot also looked at each other in the eyes until the idiot attempted to disengage. Mr. Macron said his approach to the encounter had been about getting respect.
It's a grown-ass man.
I know.
And leaders of countries, they're shaking each other's hand firmly.
And for our final highlight, jury selection is complete for comedian Bill Cosby's trial. Composed of 4 white women, 6 white men, 1 black woman, and 1 black man, and the alternates of 4 white men and 1 black woman and 1 black man, the case will start June 5th, about 300 miles away in Montgomery County, north of Philadelphia, where the criminal charges were originally filed. The jurors will be bused to Montgomery County and sequestered in a hotel for the length of the trial. Cosby, 79, is charged with 3 counts of felony aggravated indecent assault from a 2004 case involving Andrea Constant, an employee at his alma mater, Temple University. He has pleaded not guilty to all charges. This has been your TFM Radio Show News Highlights, and now, are you ready? It's family meeting time with your host, Eric Grant.
8:20 a.m. WCPT Willow Springs and 92.5 WCPT FM DeKalb, Chicago's Progressive Talk.
The name of my business is Mrs. Indecent Exposure. We are an intimate aromatherapy, massage, bath, and body shop. We have the best aromatherapy, bath, and skincare products available. You can find us in Chicago and on the World Wide Web. We're located at 6916 West North Avenue in Chicago, 3 blocks east of Harlem Avenue, 773-417-3223. Mrs. Indecent Exposure, MRSNDEXPO.com.
Polaris is introducing a new way for you to get empowering financial advice. Save and plan. If you are like a lot of people, you'd like to work with a financial planner, but don't know if you earn or have enough to invest. Save and Plan will allow us to work with nearly anyone from young professionals to retirees looking to travel the world. Save and Plan is simple. Just sign up to save on a systematic monthly basis directly from your account and gain access to a planner and our planning services. Once you sign up, Polaris gives you a customized financial plan, a real person to speak with, and information to help you make good financial decisions. Your dedicated planner is just an email or phone call away. Save and Plan offers empowering advice for everyone. Visit us at polarisadvice.com. Call us today at 312-951-2606 or email us at polarisadvice.com. That's 312-951-2606 or email us at polarisadvice.com. Save and Plan, empowering advice for everyone. Securities, insurance, and advisory services offered through FSC Securities Corporation. Member FINRA SIPC. Insurance services offered through Polaris Insurance Agency, Inc., which is not affiliated with FSC Securities Corporation.
The following is a paid program and does not necessarily reflect the views of WCPT, NewsWeb Radio Company, or its affiliates.
Hi, I'm Aiton Taylor of A.L. Taylor & Associates, and I listen to The Family Meeting.
This is Rodney Harrington, and I listen to The Family Meeting.
You know, I bet you Rod's listening right now. I really do. Because Rod listens.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rod listens. I mean, he ain't telling no lies or nothing. That's my man, Rod. Yeah. It's family meeting time. Welcome to the broadcast. I'm that dude, your host, Eric Grant, in the space shuttle cockpit, controlling everything. She's here. You got to bring that voice in here, Lady B. She got this Puerto Rican kind of growly Eartha Kitt thing going on today, man. You got to hear this, man. Like that, right? Like that. Lady B's working it today, boy. That's right. That lovely voice you hear there is Tressa McDonald.
Hello, everyone.
She does it for us, girl. She does it for us, man. Visit our webpage, tfmradioshow.com, and enter your email address. Go all the way to the bottom, and it says enter your information. All the way to the bottom of the page. All the way to the bottom. Put your information in and join the family. You'll find our archived broadcasts and our often requested music playlist there. We're all over social media. We're on Facebook at The Family Meeting Radio, on Twitter at TFM Radio Show, Google+, and you know how this works. Live streaming right now. Live streaming right now. On
Right
YouTube.
now.
On YouTube.
Right now.
Everybody wave. Wave to the camera. Everybody can see that. Everybody who's watching can
see us.
Right.
Exactly.
Everybody who's not, that's what you get.
I love my YouTube family. I got to come up with a name for them. I think they're the family cousins on the YouTube.
I'm calling them the tubers.
Yeah, the tubers.
The family meeting is sponsored by Polaris' Save and Plan. You can go get one of those big commercial firms to give you advice and pay them $1,000 or $2,000 per year for advice. There's an easier way. You can just save money with us.
Mm-hmm.
Visit saveandplan.com to learn more. That's save and plan. Isn't that a better idea? Just,
anytime
you're gonna save no matter what.
Anytime I can save money, that's a great idea.
Why write a check for $1,000 or $2,000 when you can get advice by just saving money?
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying, visit saveandplan.com to learn more. Saveandplan.com. Today's conversation is not complete without you. We would love to hear from you today because I got a big chuckle this week. And y'all ain't gonna like why I chuckle. You ain't gonna like it at all. But the conversation is not complete without you. Love to hear from you. The number is 773-763-9278. 773-763-9278. Do grown men actually body slam each other for real?
Obviously. Obviously.
How do you go home with your kids? How's your day, Dad? I got body slammed.
I got body slammed.
By another grown ass man. He body slammed me. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just all of a sudden too. It was, I just really want to kind of talk about it.
I couldn't sleep. I was laughing so hard. I was like, dude, man.
He just was asking a simple question.
How do you think to body slam somebody?
I don't know. They said he grabbed him with both hands by his neck.
I want to ask you some questions about the CDL score. No, not right now. No, I really want to ask you right now. Who? Ha! you broke my glasses.
And he won after all of that.
Oh my God. Kind of cut you a little bit in. You said, who? Ha! Boosh.
Oh, Montana.
Oh my gosh, that was
I'll
hilarious.
be damned if I'm going to Montana.
And they
You
kept
running
listen,
around body slamming people
they kept playing that audio
over and over. You got body slammed, man.
Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. It's well, you think I want to get the hell out of here. I'd like to call the police.
You broke my
what are your
glasses.
names?
Yeah.
What are your names? Can I have your names? Punk, you just get. I would leave if I got body slammed. I'm not going to tell
I would
anybody I got body slammed.
I would have just walked out too.
A middle-aged balding man body slammed me. I'm leaving. I don't. But hey man, who's the punk that got body slammed over there? Who's that punk? You know him. And they broke his glasses.
He's like,
see over there. That's his glasses over there. They were broken. He left them here when he left. Now he's driving a car and he can't see. Oh, come on. Man.
You got to get out of here. You got to get out of here, man.
Can I have your names? No, leave.
Oh, get out of here, man. You're punk. You're a punk. You got body slammed. How's a grown man get close enough to you?
That's what I want to know.
And get an angle on you.
Well,
what
that's
are you
the
like,
thing.
Andre the Giant or something?
Well, that's the thing with these reporters. They get right up on you, shove a recorder in your face or whatever. I mean, I'm just being honest. Do I think that he should have put his hands on it? No.
I don't know. Body slam. I wouldn't even think I would push somebody, but hoo-ha! I'm with body slam.
You gotta stop doing that.
Okay, that voice you hear is Matt Fisher, better known as Matt.
Matt. Just Matt.
That's Matt. Matt is from Chicago, went to Deerfield High School. I'm going to tell him, Deerfield High School. And little known fact, he went to Lynn University. I happen to know about Lynn.
Which is shocking because we had the third presidential debate and still nobody knows who we are.
Yeah, it was the one with Romney and Obama was there in 2012, I think.
Yes, sir.
And I think they were formerly like Marymount or something like that.
Formerly Marymount and then the College of Boca Raton. And then they bought it out in Lynn University.
So Matt has, you probably didn't know this because Matt is silly, but he's got a BA from Lynn University and an MBA in marketing.
Nice.
He's one of the most smart dudes.
Yeah.
And the big news is he's an improv actor appearing at Second City on Thursday.
Yes, he is.
How much are tickets, man?
Tickets are $10. $5 if you are students.
Okay, so you bring your student ID from 1985 and you can get in.
No, Second City students.
Oh, okay.
A little other known fact, Matt has made cameo appearances in Chicago Fire and
PD, Med, and the now canceled Justice.
Wow. So all four. He did all four.
So you were the creepy dude in the back, right?
Yeah, actually, if you look at one of the episodes of Justice, you see me texting on my phone in the middle of a shot. That's
Did they give you money to do that?
Yeah. We were in that restaurant 8 hours.
Dumbass world.
Filming a 5-minute scene.
You stand your dumbass over there. And
listen, and they had Western Avenue shut down. Couldn't get through. It was like, for real. Yeah.
And a lifelong Cubs fan, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
That's Matt Fisher, better known as Matt. Right.
Welcome to the show, Matt.
Thank you.
So I don't understand. I'm kind of caught up in a lot of things. Make me inquisitive now. I ask a lot of questions. You know, the standing question is, why that guy wraps his hair around his head like that? I don't understand if he thinks he's fooling somebody into thinking, oh, no, I'm not really bald. I'm not just, I got hair all over my head.
Right.
That's one question that I can't seem to get answered.
Have you ever seen a picture of his mom?
No.
You would see where
she
he
bald?
gets, no, but you would see where he gets his wrap around from.
She wrapped her hair
Same
around?
thing. Same.
Okay, I have to Google that and get a good laugh later. But I can't, I swear, and I probably shouldn't laugh. And I got scolded a few times by people who I knew who just saw me in the corner kind of curled up laughing about this guy who gets body slammed. Like, dude, man, I understand that it's a terrible thing for a person to do,
yes,
let alone elected official or a pending elected official. But damn, how you get body slammed, man? How did that happen? How can you go home? How could man.
You know, I don't know.
No, I'm not answering questions. Who? Ha! Now get the hell out of here. You broke my glasses. Oh, man. You get body slammed.
Are you from The Guardian?
You guys come here all the time. Get up, I'll body slam you again. What the hell's going on, man? This is Andre the Giant, throw him out the ring or something. Man, come on. I just can't get past how he got body slammed. Why can't I get past this?
What I can't get past is the voters that condoned it.
You can't be surprised by now.
No, you're right. But that atmosphere that's been created now that is directed at our media it's unlike anything we've ever seen happening at any time in this country ever. Ever. We are in uncharted territory here.
Yeah.
They interviewed that elderly lady about this fellow body slamming this reporter, and she goes, well, yeah, I guess he made a mistake, but I still believe in his politics, so even if he hurt someone, it's okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of them said, sounds like my kind of politician.
This isn't new, though. We realize that, right? This isn't new.
No, it's not new.
No. It's just it's on blast now because you can see it.
Yeah.
I mean, remember, 60 million people voted for that idiot in the White House.
That's true.
Right?
That is true.
And the good majority of them don't regret it, even to this point.
That's sad.
Right.
That's sad.
Well, no, it's not. You know what? It's what this country deserves. Right?
Yeah.
Because there are those of us who see it and walk around and say, hey, that's crazy. And they say, oh, you're just being sensitive and politically correct. No, that's crazy.
Yeah. Even Marco Rubio said the same thing, said people got what they voted for.
Yes, you
So
got
this is what they wanted.
Then he goes overseas and he's yanking on these politicians trying to get in front like a third grader.
Oh.
And this little handshake game he plays.
Oh my
With his little bitty hands. How you gonna squeeze somebody's hand with those little things you got? Man?
Listen, if I were the Prime Minister Montenegro, the moment Trump would have touched me, he would have drew back a nub.
Yeah, well, you assisted though. That's what you think.
I would have
Assisted
beat
that
the
way, man.
brakes off of him.
He should have been body slammed.
The headlines would have read, President dies from traumatic head injury. Film at 11. Traumatic head injury. I'm telling you.
Well, he
literally grabbed him.
Did you see that?
And
man?
like pawed him and pulled him back. Like, dude, how dare you walk in front of me?
You were laughing over the fellow getting body slammed. I was on the floor. I don't laugh out loud too much. There's like 4 people on the planet that can make me laugh out loud. But I was on the floor gagging. I was laughing so hard. Same thing John Oliver said. You weird man. Don't push the other politicians out of the way physically. If you want to do it metaphorically or with words, do your thing. But you do not lay your hands.
He actually put his hands on him.
It's different than like, you're about to like step in a ditch or something. Let me stop you. He
grabbed
literally
him.
just like went, my turn. Boom. Or as Eric would say, hooah, my turn.
Ha! That's how it goes, man.
Listen, Daniel Rowley, and welcome Daniel, my YouTuber. He says, I saw Ben Jacobs on MSNBC the night it happened. He said, what struck me was how shaken he was. And he was visibly.
The guy from Montenegro?
No, the Ben Jacobs is the reporter that got body slammed. He was visibly shaken. You could see it. He said, some of us just wouldn't know how to deal with violence like that and would be really disturbed. He said he felt bad for him. I felt bad for Ben.
I would feel strange that a man would approach me with the notion of wanting to body slam me. Somehow or another, he got it in his head. He's going to get away with that. Who do you think you are, man?
And then the response, the response that the Gianforte campaign put out, which was a direct contrast to eyewitness accounts.
It's silly, man.
Yeah.
The whole thing is silly.
It was.
And so we get what we deserve. We got this idiot traipsing around Europe and saying the things that he said. And you could see him walking out of the NATO building. And just like you could see, he was hoping that the wind didn't blow.
Man, how about when they were walking in the streets of Italy?
I didn't watch that much. I didn't see him walking.
And here he comes in a golf cart. All of the other politicians were walking the few miles or whatever it was through the streets of Italy. Here he comes in a golf cart.
Well, he doesn't even like stairs. So you seem surprised that he's in a golf cart?
No, he was the one who talked about stamina. Look, when he first made it to Saudi Arabia, he canceled, right? Didn't he cancel the Twitter feed, the Twitter engagement thing? He sent his daughter instead because he was exhausted.
So here's the deal. We've gotten incrementally dumber for even talking about him. I wish we wouldn't any longer.
Okay.
I feel, I feel like saying duh. Like I'm just got dumber.
I know.
For talking about this.
We didn't even cover the slap.
There was a slap?
The slap. he reaches out for Melania's hand, and it's not like an inconspicuous slap. She literally just goes, "Don't touch me!" Ha!
Yeah.
She did a ha on him, man.
No,
Not a hoo-ha.
No, she just went ha. Slapped his hand away. Don't hold my hand.
Good Lord. Good Lord. It's just silly. So, I don't really want to talk about him because
I know. Let's not.
They got this little stanky book they brought in here. I don't know who brought. You see the book over here?
I did not.
Oh, it's just like, why do you got this? Why do you have it in proximity to me here? This thing here. See?
Oh.
See there? See, let me show the camera. So,
Oh, God.
look at that.
Oh.
Look at that.
Just ruin your day? Oh.
I wipe my hands off.
Somebody put that in the bathroom, please.
Or in the famous words of Kellyanne Conway.
That's right. The number is 773-763-9278.
We are all over social media right now. You can find us live streaming on YouTube. Catch up with us on our Facebook channel, Google Plus. Join us. There is no reason you should not be a part of this conversation. Join us.
Stay tuned for more of the family meeting.
Well, trust has always meant a lot to all of us. For us to stay together, where one would make a decision and the rest would follow. I don't know, the way we thought, the way things should be, I guess the way things should go. Soul to soul.
Hello, this is Dr. John Artis from Health on Earth Wellness Centers. You can visit us at www.healthonearth.org. Keep listening to the family meeting.
Do you have a pain that won't cease? A health issue that's not getting better? It may be time you visited Health on Earth Wellness Centers. With over 20 years experience, 4 Chicagoland locations, and patients that range from 2 months old to 93, Health on Earth Wellness Centers are fully prepared to meet all your chiropractic needs. We have state-of-the-art facilities in Crestwood, Tinley Park, the South Loop, in Naperville. Don't let being healthy be your last resort. Make it your first choice. Make an appointment today at healthonearth.org. That's healthonearth.org.
Policies issued by American General Life Insurance Company, Houston, Texas. Not available in all states. All benefits are subject to policy definitions, limitations, and exclusions. For details, visit qualityoflifeinsurance.com.
Building a solid insurance plan is like building a place to live. It takes different materials to make it comfortable.
What about a castle? Isn't it just made of stone?
Castles are drafty, but that's not the point. Homes use different building materials, and you need different insurance coverage to give you security.
What about a teepee? Isn't it just made out of one thing?
Skins and poles, but let's stay focused. Quality of Life Insurance is affordable insurance from a leading company and can provide benefits if you're disabled or suffer a serious illness or injury and need help to preserve your lifestyle.
So it's a modern structure to meet my insurance needs.
Exactly.
To find out more, contact the Polaris Insurance Agency. Visit polarisadvice.com or call 312-951-2606 to learn about how we can help you make a plan for your future. That's 312-951-2606.
For 25 years, the Center for Economic Progress has helped low-income working families become more financially stable through our free tax and financial services. Each year, over 1,000 volunteers help prepare tax returns at no cost for more than 20,000 families across Metro Chicago. On average, the Center for Economic Progress helps each family receive a tax refund equivalent to 6 weeks of their annual salaries. Visit the Center for Economic Progress at www.economicprogress.org or call us at 312-252-0280.
Milky, and I'm back. My ace in the hole with this brand new track. I'ma slow it up and speed it up, and now you're gonna eat it up. Listen to the funky beat, my tongue is gonna beat it up. I did it, but the devil didn't make me. I did it for the suckers who tried to shake and bake me. Proving a point that I'm a serious joint. You can roll me up and puff me, and then I'll anoint your head with oil. Lots of oil, make it run like water, watch to boil. Cause I made them play it, made them say it, made them okay it, made them obey it. Prince of the growl is on the prowl. How you like me now, punk? You live the foul. Here's what my game is, killing's what my aim is. A washed up rapper needs a washed up. My name is...
This is Kevin Pitts from the Performance Consulting Group. We are back to the family meeting.
Yes, Jack the Ripper. That's who the dude is, Jack the Ripper. He ripped us off, man. But you're getting every bit of it now because the new budget that was released, all those people who voted for him,
Gonna get
You're getting ready to
it.
get it in.
They gonna get it.
Take your little spanking now for what you did.
They won't even get a kiss. They're gonna get a hug.
Okay, now that's nasty.
I mean, I'm just being honest.
Don't say nothing about grease or nothing. Don't say that.
They won't even get a kiss.
You gonna get it, man. Now you
This
gonna
is
get
Kevin
it.
Pitts from the Performance Consulting Group. We
See
are
there?
You messing up today.
Yeah, man. That's because I'm messing around with stuff over here. That's what I do.
That's because we're talking about the idiot.
So it's the killing season now. I watched the mayor of Chicago on television this morning. I think he was on Meet the Press or Face the Nation or one of those shows. And I am completely and thoroughly disappointed with that man.
Why?
Just because there's a couple of moves he made that I thought were indicative of why he should no longer be mayor. Right?
Okay.
We talked about it a little last week. One is firing 1,400 teachers, doing so in the communities on the south and west side mainly, and then hiring 1,000 more policemen. That tells the story. We're not going to educate you. We're going to criminalize you. That's exactly what that says. And he thinks it's okay.
Yep.
He thinks it's okay. And the move for this weekend is to put more police on the street. But you know where he's putting them?
In the predominantly Black neighborhood.
Actually, he's putting them in the neighborhoods where the tourists go. You guys can run out there and kill each other, but don't come down here and hurt anybody.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they got police are getting overtime and extra hours, and they're getting it to work. Mag Mile downtown.
Mag Mile. There have been an increase. There's like at least 10 cops on every street corner now. It's crazy.
Yeah, just keep them away from here. You can go kill each other out there, but don't come down here, right? Now, okay, so there's a practical use for that. That is, tourism in Chicago is important. I get that.
Well, that's the money,
right? But it doesn't address the problem. I mean, you're putting butter on a wound that needs to be fixed. And so, what are you gonna do every year? Just keep everybody out? That's like having that old crazy ass uncle. You lock him in the back room so he don't come out when good company comes. And that doesn't work. He's still a crazy ass uncle.
That just goes to show you that Rahm Emanuel was never, ever, he's never had any intentions on dealing with the cultural and the systemic conditions economically, culturally, educationally. He's never had any intention on dealing with those in good faith. We knew it. I think everyone in our communities knew it. However, we thought we'd give him a chance. And the re-election shouldn't have gone the way it did, but I can kind of see how and why it did, because most people took the thought of better a devil that I know than one I don't know when they were thinking about choosing.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know why. I don't know why people.
But
vote
he
for people
never
they
had
vote for.
any intentions on dealing with that.
Well, I can't question his intention. I can't do that. But what I can question is his understanding of the problem.
I mean, well, look at what he's done. Because if he had intentions on doing it, he would have addressed it. He wouldn't have fired 1,400 teachers.
I think he thinks that what he's doing is the right way. I think that he is.
Well, I'm not going to get into what he thinks. I can only go by his actions of what he's done.
Let me tell you where that comes from then. And Matt can identify with this because both of us went to high school in the North Shore. This is North Shore understanding of city dynamics. This is not understanding of city dynamics.
I get it.
Right?
I get it.
So I think he thinks, based on his North Shore upbringing, that this is the way you deal with it. Fair, Matt?
That's like saying somebody who lives in Evanston is from Chicago. I'm sorry, you're from Evanston, not Chicago. The attitude on the North Shore of Chicago, and I love the people I went to school with and everything, but there's an air of bubble syndrome. And maybe you can extend that bubble outward and try to like remake how somebody else into that mold that you want to make them in, but that person does not fit into your mold. They fit into their mold. And actually, can you tell me, has Rahm done anything actually substantial since we elected him? Because I literally cannot think of one very, very good thing that he's done. He's done minor good things, probably, hopefully, but one
I
good
gotta
thing.
believe he has. I gotta believe he has. But this is a fundamental misunderstanding of it really more than a fundamental misunderstanding, because I think that one of the mistakes that Democrats as a whole make is making changes that are necessary a benevolent move when it needs to be the case for business. Now, he's concerned about downtown and tourism, right? And there are lots of tourist sites on the South and West Side, too, that are interesting, right? So if he were to give people the opportunity in the South and the West Side to have opportunities to get educated and get jobs and grow businesses, then there's a business case to expand tourism into those communities.
Agreed.
Instead, he puts the fence around what he has control of and keeps them out.
Yeah.
It's a fundamental,
That's what it looks
it's
like
a
to me.
business mistake is what it is. That's what he's missing.
Can I just say, one of you two just said something to the effect of, we wanted to take a chance with the devil we knew.
Yeah.
Okay. Can Illinois stop taking chances with things? I'm sorry, but let's take a chance on Rahm Emanuel. That'll go great. Let's take a chance on Bruce Rauner. That'll go great. So far, both things we have taken chances on have led us into a deep, dark hole.
And I agree with you. I happen to be one of those that believe that at the very core, there's some good in Rahm Emanuel.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
He just hasn't quite
I don't think it has anything to do with good or bad. I think it
Well-
just has to do with a fundamental misunderstanding.
Well, what we're talking about actually comes from a position of, like you said, understanding. And it's his own understanding as to his, as Matt put it, his bubble. Okay.
Right.
And like you said, he's blocking off and controlling the things that he can control and letting the others kind of, I'll get to you later.
I don't think he plans on getting to them. I think he thinks that they're criminals. It's the same in reverse, because I can't understand, even though I went to high school there, I can't understand the North Shore mentality. It's not my reality. I even though I went to high school there.
I was born in the city. So going up to that North Shore mentality for high school, that was a culture shock. That was a definite culture shock.
It's different than the city, isn't it?
It
Well,
really
it's
is.
if you think about it, the North Shore it's not Chicago. Even at its economic stance, if you will, from the downtown, the Mag Mile, the lakefront, Navy Pier, that's still not the North Shore. Right?
Yeah, I mean, for me, the North Shore means anything above Evanston.
Like
and below
Glencoe. That's where the
Glencoe,
money is. That's
Highland Park,
yeah, all of that.
Kenilworth, more than I think Glencoe is where the
Mhm.
money's at. Those houses are huge.
Yeah.
But the areas he's blocking off are the North Shore's playground.
True.
When they come to the city, that's where they go, right? And so now it's beginning to sound like we're demonizing the North Shore, and we're not. It's a fundamental misunderstanding of the dynamics. It's not a character assessment.
Yeah. But all of those people on the North Shore, guess where they work? Downtown Chicago.
Yeah, most of them do.
So there's an extraction that's going on from the city of Chicago back to the North Shore to those northern suburbs.
Right. You can tell by the condition of the Metro train stations that go to the North Shore
Oh,
versus the ones that
absolutely.
go south.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. It's like herding cattle onto the ones going south.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me hit a phone line. I can't even see the phone. Okay. So good. Let me get so Dave's been holding for a bit. Dave from Sacramento. What's up, man?
Hey, how you doing?
Good, man. How you?
Pretty good. So, when people always say that they always say that you talk to them and say that I voted for Trump and it was an accident, it was a mistake. There's no such thing as an accident or a mistake. There's such thing as only stupidity. That's the only thing. That's the problem. People voted for this guy, and the thing about it was the problem is that I bet you that this guy is going to be cutting all the insurance people. People are going to kick those 20 million people to the curb, so that way they can save all that money and throw it to the wall that he's going to build in Texas around the border. He's going to build his wall by cutting all these insurance, so that way $860 billion of subsidies that be going to the people that are on Medicaid and use that money to build a wall. Are you kidding me? Are you going to let people die? There's an average that's been said on the news, an average of 40,000 people before the Affordable Care Act came to existence, that 40,000 people were dying each year without the Affordable Care Act. That's amazing. It goes to show you that we are very compassionate, that we can go out to the baseball game and salute to the flag or put your arms on the heart and, and say that we're proud to be American. How can you say you'd be proud to be American if you're basically kicking people to the curb without insurance? Are you kidding me?
Well, there's a.
They believe that's right, though. And Dave,
They
I
do.
appreciate it, man. It's trickle down economics.
Mhm. They believe that they are not, responsible for paying someone else's health care, feeding them, clothing them. There's no empathy. There's no compassion. And as Americans, I always thought that that's what we stood for. But there's a growing number of the population who just
But
don't feel that way.
We can't leave it though in a compassionate discussion. It shouldn't be about compassion. It should be about a business decision. There are studies, tons of them that show.
Well, doesn't compassion decisions lead to business?
Well,
Because you have to have
but you can't communicate with the side that doesn't want it.
Okay, I can agree with you on
with
that
compassion.
one. I can
What
agree
they
with you
do
on that.
understand is if you got healthy people, their head is right and they're more productive. They understand that. If you give them health insurance and they have peace of mind that they know if something bad happens that they're taken care of, you have a better employee. That's a business decision that they can make.
I agree with you on that, except for the fact that Ben Carson gets up on
You're not finna reference no damn Ben.
Ben
You hear this,
Carson.
man? She's gonna
Ben Carson did it.
Wait, hold on.
I'm
Let me fall
gonna
asleep
make a
for Ben
point.
Carson.
I'm going to make a
with
point.
Ben Carson as the example.
Well, it's a point.
Is it gonna be something stupid? Is that what it's gonna be?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna eat the
I mean,
chicken
because he managed to reach a whole new level of stupidity with his latest gaffes out of his mouth. But what I'm referencing what you're talking about and the thought process that goes on, because Ben Carson said something about poverty is a state of mind. And I took that. Yeah, remember? Did you guys hear that?
Yes.
There's some truth in that, by the way.
Really? Do tell.
Well, I mean, if you're the fourth generation on welfare, and that's the only thing you understand, then that's your reality. It becomes your state of mind.
I think there's a level of complacency that's there. I don't know that that's a state of mind.
I think he said it clumsily, but I see what. I can see part of what he's saying. Excuse me for eating kissy face made chicken.
I mean, you're surprising me now. The fact that you even agree with his thought process
Come on,
there.
T. You got cousins, I'll bet, that you're like, why don't you just do better for yourself? And they don't. Don't you? I have them.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I do, but that's not
Because of what they
But that's
understand.
not a state of mind. It's more or less the.
Don't parse my adjective. Whatever term you attach to it, that's what it is.
Well, no, because the government has made it almost impossible for a person to better themselves, like we're talking about. They have these levels. If you make $1 over this amount, you lose X amount of money in benefits. To some people, that housing benefit that they get, that child care benefit that they get, okay, that helps them to the standpoint where they can actually productively take care of their family. But if you get over, say you're already at this point now where you're needing that housing assistance and you're needing that child
I'm not
care
talking
assistance.
about those people. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the people.
No, we're talking about the big picture here. The big picture of him, poverty. I mean, because we already know how many people in this country live below the poverty line, right?
So,
if I may, basically, he said, "Oh, you can't afford to feed your families? That's just in your head.
That's
of course you can
exactly.
feed your families.
Exactly.
You just need to feed them less, and then by feeding them less, you're feeding them more. And that's like, to quote Hal Sparks, that's like trying to send your kids to school without breakfast. That's just dumb."
Thank you. And then he went further than that and said, well, my mother, if these people would have had my mother as a mother, they would automatically have done better because my mother never accepted the victim mentality. This isn't about a victim mentality. It's about the systemic economic walls that have been put in place.
I understand that. I understand that. And I don't want to try to figure out what Ben Carson meant.
I mean,
That's what I don't want to do.
I'm not trying to figure out what he meant. It was plain as day what he meant. You can't speak to a person and say that hungry child that's staring you in your face that if I just had a better mentality, somehow that was going to feed that child that day. If I just had a better mentality, somehow that was going to pay the rent miraculously, or the light bill.
You're giving this.
Come on now.
You're giving him credence. I'm
not giving him credence.
What I'm doing is saying that there's some truth, minor truth to what he said. There are people who have a mentality that if they changed it, would improve the situation.
I agree with you on that. There are some that do actually
That's all I'm saying.
take advantage of the system. You are
When they could do
absolutely
better.
right.
That's exactly right. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
That's all
Well,
I'm saying.
we can do that.
Yeah.
Yep. All over social media right now. Oh, we're having a great conversation on YouTube. We're live streaming right now. You can follow us on Twitter at TFM Radio Show, Google Plus. Go to our our Facebook page right now and like us at the Family Meeting Radio Show. Go to our Facebook page right now and just hit that like button. You know, we need some more likes. A little love round up in here.
Love.
Give me some love today.
Love. The number is 773-763-9278. Stay tuned for more of the Family Meeting.
Itsashort.com. The website is itsashort.com, spelled ITSASHORT.com. We are the best designation on the internet for award-winning short film, video, and web series. Artists are from all over the world. They are award-winning from various festivals, but you can find us at info@itsashort.com, customer care at itsashort.com, and we'll get back to you straight away.
The Law Office of Darnell Lyles is ready to help you. Whether it's personal injury, criminal, DUI, and OWI, nursing home, product liability, it doesn't matter. Call 219-939-9-LAW. That's 219-939-9529. That's right. When you're driving and get into a wreck.
You better call Darnell.
Had a few drinks too many? A cop hits you with a DUI or OWI?
I think you better call Darnell.
Arrested and facing criminal charges, misdemeanor or felony?
I think you better call Darnell.
Purchase a product that causes you or a loved one harm?
I think you better call Darnell.
When your loved one is neglected and abused in a nursing home?
I think you better call Darnell.
That's right. You better call Attorney Darnell Lyles and get represented right. And the first consultation is free. Yes, free. So call right now. 219-939-9LAW. That's 219-939-9529. Attorney Darnell Lyles. Darnell Lyles.
Are you looking for the best residential and commercial laundry service in the Chicagoland area? Then you want PleaseDoMyLaundry.com. That's PleaseDoMyLaundry.com.
It's fluidity, it's fluidity, it's fluidity, it's fluidity, it's fluidity. Yeah. We're alright. I'm the ghost and I'm alright. She's the songstress and she's alright. What? Let it know. Yo, I say what's up? What's up with you? You feeling good? We feel it too. We're gonna mess now, sit with this groove. I'll step on one, you step on two. Now when we move, we're feeling the vibe, right? Said if we move, we're making a vibe, right? And if it's day or if it is night, we're feeling alright. Said we be alright, alright. What?
Hello, this is Jade Phillips, and I'm a management consultant in Chicago. Welcome back to the Family Meeting.
Matt's handing out pie. Matt's handing out pie. We got cherry pie up in this joint, man.
For the holiday.
Yeah, yeah. Kissy Face made chicken, and we got apple pie. All we need is a nap.
I intend on fully getting one of those after the show.
Well, if we keep listening to Ben Carson, I can definitely take a nap.
And listen, I'm not trying to be an advocate for people on assistance programs.
Hold
I just think
on a
that
second, man. This is my part here.
see, they cut me off like
Yeah,
that. man.
watch out now.
You see what I have to deal with
Just
now?
save
You're
it, man. Just
experiencing
save
it
it.
personally.
You try having a Jewish mother and not get caught up. By the way, I love you, Mom. I know you're listening.
Hey, watch out now. You don't know nothing about this.
No, nothing. We know nothing about this, Matt.
Who is this?
He Floetry. He loves
This is
Floetry.
Floetry?
Yeah, he
See, I
loves
would have
it.
thought that was like Tony
Girls
Tony
can groove,
Tone or
man.
something.
I wish they'd have done
He
something with
said
Heavy D
Tony,
before he
Tony,
died. Matt came in here trying to be a DJ earlier. Listen, if Matt ever comes to you and wants to DJ your party, tell him, hell no. Hell no.
I was a dang good DJ in college.
Okay.
A legend in his own mind.
Right. It's just he's fantastic.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's great.
All right, go make your point, man.
Well, no, like I said, there are actual programs out there that in a time of need, they are there for those that actually need it. Now, trust me, I hate a leech. I hate a person who is a leech on the system. I hate a person who takes advantage of the system and has made a living or a lifestyle out of gaming the system. Those are the ones that we need to weed out. If there's a way for us to come up with some sort of way to do that, then I'm all for that. But there are people who actually need these assistance
But
programs.
you understand that's not who I'm talking about.
No, I do understand that that's not
What
who
I'm
you're
talking about is the person who is a fourth generation living in the projects.
That's the people I'm talking about. Those are the leeches. Those are the ones that figured out how to game the system.
Listen to what I'm saying now. Listen to what I'm saying. If you grew up in a house where you watched your mother put the light bill in your brother's name and do those kind of things, and that's all you see, that's all you know. And that is a mentality. Unless you're exposed to something else. That's what you understand.
And I can understand that too.
Right? So it ends up not being their fault that they're that way. But they need to
I
be,
beg to differ on that.
well, I mean,
because
if that's all you see.
But there are things that you'll know that will make you know that that's not right. I mean, for instance, what if it was you that had the bill put in your name, mama didn't pay the bill or whoever, and then now you grow up, you've got your own household, now you go to get your bill.
But see, it works the other way. So if you grew up in the North Shore and you know, as soon as you got 16, you got a car, everybody got a car.
I'm sure they're not putting names and bills and their kids on the North
No,
Shore.
but it's a different kind of though, because if everybody gets a car when they're 16, you expect to get a car when you're 16. When you go to college, you expect daddy to write checks for it.
True.
That's what you expect. That's what you're accustomed to, right? It's a mentality, right? It's a better mentality. We prefer that mentality, but all of it's a mentality. It's about exposure.
I get what you're saying.
We're talking about the same people who live in the projects. Well, I'm using projects loosely now. I don't mean the projects per se.
Right.
Everybody in the project's not bad. That's not what I'm saying. But if you've never been downtown Chicago, if you see the Sears Tower from 76th Street and you've never been to the Sears Tower, then you develop a mentality. That becomes your reality. We don't go down there.
That's
true. I was playing golf with a friend of mine. By the way, I played in the Delta's golf outing on Friday at Cog Hill. And I think I broke a record for hitting the ball as many times as I could.
You
but anyway,
think?
Yeah. But a friend of mine and I were talking. We grew up in Milwaukee. And I asked him, I said, yo, have you ever been north of Milwaukee? It's like, no, never. We never went north of Milwaukee because we knew up there that they hunt and there's stray bullets and they, you know, that isn't our place. It isn't our reality. So our mentality was like Mequon, north suburbs of Milwaukee, south. That's all we knew.
So are you saying that if a person, if that was their mentality and they knew that and they went to those areas and something happened to them, would that be their fault because they had a mentality that they knew not to go there?
I'm saying we didn't go.
You just didn't go.
We didn't think to go.
Okay.
Right? Because our mentality was you just don't go there.
Okay. Because you knew of these other
we didn't know
things.
anything. It's how we were raised. Nobody goes north. We just didn't go.
You were never explained why you don't go north. It was just told you don't go.
It was my reality.
Okay. I got it. Okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's get some more calls. Let's get Paul calling from the northwest side. Paul, what's up, man?
Yes, there is no bigger leech who games the system more than Donald Trump.
And the corporate America in general are the biggest welfare state.
Yes, they get more welfare than the people who actually need it.
Banks, all of that.
Yep.
Anyway,
farmers.
I'm calling to talk about Al Green. No, not the Reverend Let's Stay Together Al Green, but the U.S. representative serving Houston, Texas. Now, he was chairman of the NAACP for 10 years and raised their membership 10 times over. He's received a whole slew of humanitarian awards. They even have an Al Green Day in Houston. He is deeply revered and respected, and we're lucky to have him in the House. Now, on May 17th, he called for the House to impeach Trump and put forth an article of impeachment for the House to consider, citing Trump's obstruction of justice. Now, Trump fired FBI Director James Comey and stated to Lester Holt that he did it due to Comey's investigation of Russia's American election interference. Trump asked Comey to let investigating Michael Flynn go, and Comey refused. Trump also asked the Director of National Intelligence and the Director of the National Security Agency to publicly deny that there is any evidence of collusion during the 2016 election between Trump, his cronies, and any Russian officials. Both of them refused. Since then, Representative Green's office is getting many voicemails saying stuff like, "You ain't going to impeach nobody, you effing N-word. Try it and we'll lynch your N-word ASS. You'll be hanging from a tree." Now, whoever would deliver such a message loves Trump because they identify with Trump's bigotry and has no idea and could never believe how badly Trump and his crew are screwing them and any other Americans who are not filthy rich. Representative Green's call for impeachment tragically isn't going to go anywhere because there is no political will to do anything about it. The Republican majorities in the House and the Senate still want Trump because no matter how much he has or will continue to embarrass himself, the country, the party, or the office of the president, he is still the useful idiot who will sign anything they ask
him to. Yeah.
So that's where that stands. I just think it's a low down, dirty, rotten shame that a man as decent as Representative Green could be treated like that. I mean, this guy is Dr. King and Bernie Sanders all rolled up into one.
Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it?
It is.
Hey, Paul, I appreciate it, man.
Thank you,
I got Al Green playing in the background for you, too, all right?
Thank you very much. Yes, I will talk to you next week.
Okay, man, thanks.
But
I like this, man, because he begs in this song, man.
Yeah, he is big. Oh, my God.
Listen to him.
You are. There was a pain in that song.
Begging, please, baby, please.
Oh,
I can't go home like
goodness. It must have been them hot grits.
Yeah, them hot grits, man. Sorry. You know, I got picked on this week. I was telling Tressa about we should talk about that. I get emails.
Go ahead.
And Tressa thinks that I should share the emails that I get from
I
people.
absolutely do. After the one
I think
he shares them every now and again, but you know, the more pertinent ones he tends to, but I think he should share them all. But go ahead, finish the story about this.
I mean, if somebody takes the time to send me an email,
True.
you know, versus putting it on social media, I don't know. They were talking to me. I probably need to ask their permission before I send it. But I get all kinds of,
Go.
Yeah.
Never mind. If you don't want to disclose the content of it, that's fine.
You put it on social media if you want everybody to see it. Otherwise,
no. I want now that we won't do. I said that we could talk about it without revealing the source of where it came from because I think it's a relative issue. You know, that especially with what's going on today.
Yeah.
You know, one of our listeners raised the question of whether or not we should be using the term white privilege because it tends to incite a level of what did he say?
I just passed it on. I didn't read that.
Yeah, it was like it makes white people crazy. In other words, is basically what he was saying for us to talk about crazy, their
Matt.
white privilege.
No,
watch Matt. White privilege.
No, look.
Basically,
white privilege is white privilege.
Well,
you don't call it something that it's not.
We know that. He thought instead of the word, because people have become so incensed by the term white privilege, he thought that we should change the term white privilege and not use that instead of just say white advantage because he made a valid point. He said if someone
we're wasting a lot of human being time.
hold on. He said that if we were to ask most white people about their white privilege, they would be I can't with you too. I can't. He said that some white people would be, yeah, right. Tell me how I have to pay all of these bills is my white privilege too. But him giving the examples that he gave for using the term white advantage, it bore no merit, and it kind of fell on deaf ears with me. I kind of felt like it was a case of white fragility at its best. And I was just like, I'm not hearing it. There was no audience for it.
Yeah, that's why I don't tell you nothing.
I know. I kind of was like, nah.
Every time you say white privilege, watch Matt. See that? Lost his damn mind.
Yeah, I know.
I see Paul, Ken, and Wayne on hold. I see two Kens.
Uh-huh.
Got two Kens on hold. So
Two Ken Sam?
Here we go. He did it. Here you go.
See? That's what we get.
Yeah.
That's what we get.
Yeah. Yeah. So
all right. We are right now. I'm on YouTube streaming. I'm talking to Daniel. I'm talking to Norm. There's about 24 people watching right now that are silently not saying anything, but we're all over social media. Like us on Facebook at our Family Meeting Radio Show. We're following us on Twitter, TweetFM Radio Show, Google Plus. Come on, y'all, get with the program. Call us. We're here. Join the conversation today.
773-763-9278. Ken, Paul, Ken, and Wayne, you're next. Stay tuned for more of the Family Meeting.
This is attorney Gina Smith of Jamii Law, JAMII Law.com. Keep listening to the Family Meeting.
A basic and essential part of any financial plan is savings. Most of whatever cash you have will be there because you put it there, not necessarily because of some fancy investment. Now with Save and Plan, Polaris is introducing a new way for you to get empowering financial advice. Save and Plan is simple. Just sign up to save on a systematic monthly basis directly from your account and gain access to a planner and our planning services. Once you sign up to save, Polaris will help you develop a customized financial plan and give you a real person to speak with. Your dedicated planner is just an email or phone call away. Save and Plan offers empowering advice for everyone. Visit us at polarisadvice.com and call us today at 312-951-2606 or email us at polarisadvice.com. That's 312-951-2606 or email us at polarisadvice.com. Save and Plan, empowering advice for everyone.
Securities, insurance, and advisory services offered through FSC Securities Corporation. Member FINRA SIPC. Insurance services offered through Polaris Insurance Agency, Inc., which is not affiliated with FSC Securities Corporation.
This is Richard Chu, owner of First Capital Insurance Group, and my message is do what is doable. We each have a different measure of financial success. My mission is to help you define your financial goals in light of a realistic budget and time horizon. I want you to have a great year and a great life, but we have to keep it real. Is your retirement plan giving you the protection, interest rate, and cash you'll need in retirement? If you've had issues with your 401k, IRA, or other financial programs, give us a call. We have proven solutions and we can help. My direct number is 312-243-3907. Let's talk soon, or visit my website, firstcig.com. That's the number 1, stcig.com.
I'm Teresa McDonald, and here are the top stories we are following here at the Family Meeting. Lee Boyd Malvo, who was convicted of a shooting spree in Washington, D.C. area more than a decade ago. Remember, he was the D.C. sniper. Yeah. He has had his life sentences overturned by a federal judge. District Court Judge Raymond Jackson tossed the double life without parole sentences on Friday because of Malvo was only 17 at the original time of sentencing. Jackson's decision was based off of a 2012 Supreme Court ruling making it unconstitutional to issue mandatory life sentences for juveniles. In 2016, the court opted to apply the ruling retroactively, making parole a possibility for thousands of inmates who were sentenced as minors. 3 teenagers.
How many years did he get then?
They gave him 2 double life sentences.
I mean, what'd they reduce it to?
They threw him out. They've got to go back to sentencing again.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they've got to go back. 3 teenagers charged in the shooting death of 6-year-old boy killed last week after his mother's car was stolen from a grocery store parking lot were denied bail on Monday. Dwayne Wakefield, 17, D'Allen Washington, 17, and Byron McBride, 19, have been charged with capital murder in the death of Kingston Frazier. Kingston was left by his mother sleeping in the back of her Toyota Camry when she went into a Kroger grocery store. A Honda Civic drove up and a passenger got out and jumped into the Camry before both cars sped off. Police found the kidnapped boy dead in the back of the abandoned Camry about 8 hours later in rural Madison County Road, about 10 miles from the store. 19-year-old McBride, the alleged shooter, could face the death penalty. And finally, a senior education department official in charge of managing federal student aid has resigned ahead of a House hearing. James Runcie submitted his resignation late Tuesday, the Education Department said in a statement. Runcie was Chief Operating Officer for Federal Student Aid and an Obama administration holdover. He had been scheduled to testify at a congressional hearing on Thursday. The hearing was going to focus on payment irregularities within the financial aid program. Runcie said in a statement that he was resigning because, and I quote, "I am not seeing eye to eye with my new bosses." You think? Visit our website, tfmradioshow.com, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for archived audio and video of the broadcast, as well as our music playlist. The news today is sponsored by Mrs. Indecent Exposure, Aromatherapy Bath and Body. Visit mrsbubblebath.com and our store at 6916 West North Avenue here in Chicago. I'm Teresa McDonald, and this has been your TFM Radio Show News. Now keep it right here. We'll be right back with more of the family meeting.
You're listening to Chicago's only independent progressive talk station, 820 AM WCPT Willow Springs and 92.5 WCPT FM DeKalb, Chicago's progressive talk.
Policies issued by American General Life Insurance Company, Houston, Texas. Not available in all states. All benefits are subject to policy definitions, limitations, and exclusions. For details, visit qualitylifeinsurance.com.
When you're doing chores around the house, it makes everything easier when you have the right tools. You wouldn't want to use a hammer to repair the switch on a lamp. The same is true if you're preparing for your future. The right tools make all the difference. For many people, Quality of Life Insurance is the right tool. It's affordable life insurance from an industry leader, so you know it will be there for your family if you die. But it can also be a source of income if you become disabled or have a serious illness and need living benefits to preserve your quality of life, and even gives you options to help build cash value for retirement. It's a versatile tool to help you build for your future. Call your local agent to shed a little light on the advantages of Quality of Life Insurance.
To find out more, contact the Polaris Insurance Agency. Visit polarisadvice.com or call 312-951-2606 to learn about how we can help you make a plan for your future. That's 312-951-2606.
The name of my business is Mrs. Indecent Exposure. We are an intimate aromatherapy, massage, bath, and body shop. We have the best aromatherapy, bath, and skincare products available. You can find us in Chicago and on the World Wide Web. We're located at 6916 West North Avenue in Chicago, 3 blocks east of Harlem Avenue, 773-417-3223. Mrs. Indecent Exposure, MRSNDEXPO.com.
name is Karen Baker. I'm a practical nurse at Northwestern. Welcome back to the family meeting.
The number is 773-763-9278. Our guest today is Matt Fisher, better known as
Matt. Matt.
That's Matt, the Matt.
Mm-hmm. The
And
one
you
and
can-
only.
Yeah, and if you're so inclined, you can grab your cell phone now and you can pull up YouTube, the YouTube app, and you can see us on YouTube
Right now.
right now. And you can see Matt Fisher, better known as
Matt.
Right.
I feel like Shaft.
Why?
It's Matt. Shut,
your
your mouth.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. See,
I walked
knew-
right into that.
Yeah,
I walked
see?
right into
What you
that.
talking about?
I'm talking about Shaft. No, I'm talking about Matt.
Man, he's a bad mother.
Shut your mouth.
That's right.
Ooh, say it again like that, please.
He likes that.
Giggity, giggity.
Matt's performing this week on Thursday. Tickets are $10.
Second City.
You can't for $10 for entertainment in Chicago, man.
That's a steal.
You better come on down. Tell us about the show, man. What are you going to be doing?
Basically,
Dancing, singing, what?
Oh God, I hope I don't have to sing. But dancing, I'm okay with. But no,
No, I saw you dance. Easy on that, man.
Matter
No.
of fact, all of YouTube
Yeah.
saw you dance.
Oh, good.
That's
I'm
right.
so happy.
Hey, listen too. White privilege. Look at him.
I'm
Which is
through
damn
with
right.
you too.
No, the show, it's called Jam Sandwich. It's in the DeMont Theater on what I call the 3.5 floor. Basically, what it is, you have 4 staff members from the school, 4 instructors, and 4 randomly selected students at any point during the given session. And we just improv straight for an hour. It's great. I mean, last time I improved a bicycle out of a pair of chairs and had to tip myself over.
Wow.
Except I couldn't, and I almost fell off the stage. But no, it's just a lot of fun. There's audience participation. There are some musical numbers in there. We do a couple solo monologues. It's just fun.
The total improv.
I mean, we know like if we're gonna like what order the show's gonna run in.
Okay.
But we don't know what anybody's gonna say. It's all off the cuff.
Love it. Love it.
Kind of like this.
Exactly
Yeah.
like this. This is
Yeah.
all.
Well, I mean, this show's kind of got a pattern. At some point, Eric will eat something.
Yeah, but we're not scripted at all.
Well,
we
I
have
know
no talking points. No.
Like I said,
nothing.
you know how the show's
I didn't
gonna
even know
run.
you were gonna be here until
told
I
you,
got
no,
here.
I told you that like
I didn't
4
believe
days
you.
ago.
I
and
didn't
you
believe you.
me.
No,
Yeah,
And she
right.
walked in and she goes,
So-
"Who let you in?" here?"
Right. And so again, guess Eric and I don't talk about this before our show. You know, we may conversate, but it's about other stuff. It's never about the show. We never hardly talk about the show. It's not until we get here do we know. Eric doesn't have the thought process of what he wants to talk about till he sits in that chair. You heard him
I don't
today.
think about anything. I'm just a lump of coal. Kenethia sent us a message here on Facebook.
What did she say?
She says, "Hey y'all." That's what she said first.
Hey,
Hey y'all.
Kenethia.
Yeah.
Hey, girl.
Hey y'all from Colorado. I think she can't call today because she's smoking weed. That's gonna make her call. Don't say white privilege. Change to say. Okay, she was typing fast. Change to say white folks have like-minded expectations, which means that in an innate understanding amongst them institutionally, individually, which is not extended to others that are not like-minded. Savvy. She is smoking weed. This is a rambling.
She's smoking some good stuff.
This is
too.
Kenethia, this is a rambling message that she's like, hey, can you see that? Hey, dude, I got a thought. I got a thought, dude.
Stop it.
Like-minded thoughts and see that's too
Stop
long.
it.
That's just
Stop
too many
it.
words to get out.
In Colorado smoking weed, man. I know what she You know she is, man. Let's get Paul from Seattle. See what's on Paul's mind. Paul, say something smart, man.
Wait, I'm just talking about Shaft.
Shut your mouth.
I think it's hush your mouth.
Damn, right.
Maybe it is.
Yeah, you don't say shut your mouth. You say hush your mouth.
You know, speaking of
Shut
that,
your
I mean,
mouth.
little trivia here. So, you know, there's one part of the theme song from Good Times I just thought about that nobody ever knows the words to. You know what part that is?
It's hanging in the chat line.
That one. Is that what it is?
I think I'm
You don't know, do you?
99% sure
It's
hanging in.
hanging in the chow line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what else it would be.
I digress, Paul.
I love Sammy's version of Shaft though.
There's a family version of Shaft?
Sammy.
Oh!
Family
cool
meeting.
here.
Shut your mouth.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He's a bad
Sammy,
mother.
You know Sammy. You know how Sammy sings it, baby. I love you, baby. You know I mean that, don't you?
I think Paul is smoking today, too.
Your white advantage test. Ask the white person if they'd rather be black or they'd rather be white themselves and be blind. Ask them that question.
Absolutely.
Okay, now let me get onto this story because I've been dying to tell this story. Okay, so this thing with the congressman in Montana. Now I'm gonna tell this in a way kind of like a joke where you're not gonna see with a point until the punchline comes, and then it's gonna hit you. And as black people, it's gonna hit you just where it counts. I'm gonna tell this from a conservative point of view, a conservative perspective, but I'm not gonna put that perspective of where you think it's gonna be. Okay, so this guy, Greg Gianforte, grabs a reporter by the throat, grabbed him by the throat, a man, and threw him to the ground, okay? Now, this is how it shows that the conservative agenda is and especially Montana, is all tripe and no liver. You hear these people, they keep playing on the news, this one woman who says, yeah, I'm going to vote for him, of course. She says, do I want him to be my father? No. Do I want Trump to be my father? No. But I'm not voting for my father. I'm voting for his policies, so I'm not voting for, I don't care about his morals. Suddenly the conservatives in Montana, they don't care about morals. Okay, then don't tell me about the morals, how immoral the Democrats are. But then we're talking about, he grabs this guy by the throat, throws him to the ground. Now this is where
it's like hoo-ha. It's like this, Paul. Hey, Paul, it's like hoo-ha, like that.
No. Let's look at it. When you grab someone by the throat, especially hard enough to throw them to the ground, you're putting them at tremendous risk. I mean, you could crush their larynx, you could crush their windpipe, you could even break their neck. I mean, I've known somebody who's been a quadriplegic for less than injury, bumped his head on the dashboard of his car in a rolling 4-mile-an-hour rolling bump, rear-ended somebody at a red light because his foot slipped off the brake, and while he was looking in his glove box, he hit his head on the dashboard and broke his neck. So when somebody grabs you by the throat, you are in tremendous threat. This is a tremendous threat, and you're thrown to the ground, right? Do you feel threatened? Yes, you do. So what do? You're in Montana now. You jump to your feet, you stabilize your stance, you draw your weapon, and you shoot him 3 or 4 times right in the chest, okay? That's what you do if you're in Montana. Where's the conservative perspective now, you see? The conservative is, I felt threatened and I'm standing my ground. This guy's not a congressman, not yet, because he's just a regular guy who loses his temper. And I say, what jury is going to convict me of second-degree murder after I was just grabbed by the throat and thrown to the ground?
That's a great question. So you're saying he should have shot him there?
We don't even know if there was an assault. Let me think of the name. It had to involve a child, a young man by the name of Trayvon Martin. Okay? So this guy shouldn't be a congressman. He should be dead in Montana.
By conservative principles, you're right. He should have cut him, shot him.
Exactly, because that's what they do. They're all about, hey, I'm standing my ground. This guy threatened me. And let me tell you something. He's done this before. You don't just all of a sudden, I can't stand hearing this question any more times and then start assaulting people. He has done this before. He's done this at his house. He's probably committed domestic violence multiple times at his home. He's done it to his kids or his wife. You don't just all of a sudden do this out in public when somebody's asking you a question.
Yeah, that was really too quick, and he actually lost his temper, like snapped.
No, see, Tressa, this is what they teach people in domestic violence and in anger management is that you didn't lose your temper. It didn't fall out of your pocket. You decided to do that.
Okay.
It's a decision he's made many times before.
Wow.
You see, and so this guy, and so this is what the people in Montana, and this is what the conservatives in this country want. They want bullies who will push you around. And because they think this is a liberal, this is the guy from England, he's a liberal, we can do this to them. You see, if he was a conservative, so I asked, well, what about it? The reporter was standing right next to him. This report, if she asked the question, would he grab her?
Would he have grabbed her?
Throw her to the ground?
Right.
Or how about if there were people actually? It's an open carry state. What if you had a firearm on your hip? Is he going to grab you then? No, see, he perceives that I can push you around because I don't like you because you're a liberal. And so I can assault you, grab you by the throat, and practically kill you. And because there's not going to. And here's the thing: he was charged with misdemeanor. Or at least, no, he wasn't charged yet. He hadn't been charged. The sheriff says this looks like misdemeanor assault. Well, I'm not so sure. It's up to the prosecutor to charge him. I would wonder this: since everybody in Montana is packing heat, if this guy happened to have a concealed carry and he was carrying, I charge him with felony assault because that's assault with a deadly weapon. Not with the weapon itself, but he had the weapon. If the guy got up and say, okay, let's fight, and then the guy he draws his gun and shoots him next, that's felony murder.
So what you just gave us, Paul, is a big mouthful, a lot to think about. The question I have is so I understand what you say the response should have been individually, but how about globally? How do we respond to people like those in Montana who've decided that this guy's okay anyway?
Well, here's what I'm talking about. Is that I haven't said this on any shows on WCPT. I only did this talk on a conservative talk show in Seattle and said how they were turned inside out.
Wow.
They were like, huh? Because what it does is say, if we all responded the way you think we should, your candidate would be dead.
That's right.
You see?
They couldn't deal with that, though, could they?
Said, well, ooh. So now, I'm not saying that's what should happen. I'm saying if you take it from their perspective and let me, the liberal, wear it for a little while, doesn't look so good, does it?
Yeah. What was their response to you?
They were getting like, so Paul thinks that the media should arm up. You know, they really didn't have anything because they had never thought of it that way. They think that only conservatives get to carry guns and stand their ground and shoot back when they feel threatened.
Yeah. Well, they definitely don't like black people carrying guns.
Exactly. So there you have it.
Yeah. Paul,
Wow.
I appreciate it, man. That was something smart. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Paul.
Take care.
Right, man.
Bye-bye.
That's, we could talk round and round about that. It can go round and round and round, and we would get nowhere with it. Let's get Ken in Wheaton. Ken, how's Wheaton today?
Yes, hello.
Hey. What's on your mind, man?
I'm calling. I'm concerned about Bruce Rauner's money, buying press releases that then just get parroted by the media. In this case, twice now, the Sun-Times has just repeated his story about the clemency.
What was the story about clemency?
Well, back in December, Rauner got headlines that he had cleared Blagojevich's backlog, and it wasn't true. Blagojevich left a couple thousand unlooked at clemency, and then there were more added. And Pat Quinn reviewed over 4,200 of those cases, and he granted clemency to almost 1,800, 1,777. So that's a rate of about 70%.
Mm-hmm.
Rauner inherited about 1,850 cases, and then more built up. And on December 12th, when he got this press that I'm sure when you have that kind of money, you can write really great press releases. And he acted on 2,300 petitions, granted 79. So that's 3%. So the article took his viewpoint and said, this is great. We're cleaning up the backlog. And the truth is that I imagine these clemency petitions take a lot of work, that you don't just get your clemency to the governor's desk without going through a lot of hoops.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he says no, you're done.
Yeah, basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
But that's the law and order party, though. That's what they do. They think everybody who's locked up probably did something that deserved to be locked up.
Mm-hmm.
They just believe that.
Well, that's okay if they want to say, look, clemency, we don't believe in that. But to get good press from it, and I worry that too many people would look at that and say, Oh yeah, Rauner's because he's done a couple other things to say that he's helping out in the jails.
Yeah, that's the timing of all of it too. I get what you're saying.
Did you see Tom Dart on 60 Minutes last week?
I did.
No.
Sheriff Tom Dart. Mhm.
If you look at the work that Tom Dart is doing with the prisons here in Cook County, he's looking at that with a critical eye.
Is.
And the notion of clemency has gained a moniker of benevolence when it should be, here again, a business case. There is something to be said about being able to actually rehabilitate people. And I don't know that our prison system spends times on that. And certainly the governor we have now is not paying attention to the fact that his prisons aren't rehabilitating people. And
well, no, now they have quotas to keep the beds filled because they've privatized a lot.
yeah, that's right. Hey, Ken, I appreciate it, man.
All right, thank you for letting me get that out.
You bet. Take care.
I love your show.
You bet. Thanks.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah, that's just the law and order party. That's what they do. If you're there, you there for a reason. If the police pull you over, they pulled you over for a reason. If they shot and killed you, they killed you
did
for a
it
reason.
Wow.
Right.
Visit
Sandra
our-
Bland is dead because they think that she deserved it.
They do. They really do. They really do think that. Visit our webpage at tfnradioshow.com and enter your email address and join the family. We're all over social media right now, streaming live on YouTube. You should be there. Like us on Facebook at the Family Meeting Radio Show and follow us on Twitter at TFM Radio Show.
Matt.
Chicago, you got me straight tripping, boo, and we'll be right back to the family meeting.
It settles in your milky heart of sweetness. I want you to know, you gotta know, you're the only one for me. Your love is all I need. I want you to know.
Hi, this is Kurt Summers, City Treasurer for Chicago. You can find me at www.summersforchicago.com. Keep listening to the family meeting.
You gotta make it known you're looking like a queen. With every treatment nice and the sparkling diamonds.
Is your child prepared for the school year? Getting started early means a better chance of getting ahead. Masters Plus Tutoring in Homewood is the program that works. No matter what your child needs to prepare for the coming academic year, better study habits, organizational skills, or time management, Masters Plus can help. In fact, they tutor students in all subjects from kindergarten through college. Perhaps ACT, SAT, or Catholic high school prep are in order. Just visit mptutors.com and request a consultation. All sessions are taught by certified instructors in a private one-to-one setting to ensure each student receives individualized instruction. Whether your child is at a basic level or reaching for advanced placement, Masters Plus Tutoring can help. Call 708-798-8400 or visit them on the web at mptutors.com. Mention WCPT and you'll receive a $25 tuition credit with a purchase of 4 hours or more. That's mptutors.com.
The Law Office of Darnell Lyles is ready to help you, whether it's personal injury, criminal, DUI and OWI, nursing home, product liability, it doesn't matter. Call 219-939-9-LAW. That's 219-939-9529. That's right. When you're driving and get into a wreck.
You better call Darnell.
Had a few drinks too many? A cop hits you with a DUI or OWI?
I think you better call Darnell.
Arrested and facing criminal charges, misdemeanor or felony?
I think you better call Darnell.
Purchase a product that causes you or a loved one harm?
I think you better call Darnell.
When your loved one is neglected and abused in a nursing home?
I think you better call Darnell.
That's right. You better call Attorney Darnell Lyles and get represented right. And the first consultation is free. Yes, free. So call right now. 219-939-9LAW. That's 219-939-9529. Attorney Darnell Lyles. Darnell Lyles.
Polaris is introducing a new way for you to get empowering financial advice. Save and plan. If you are like a lot of people, you'd like to work with a financial planner, but don't know if you earn or have enough to invest. Save and Plan will allow us to work with nearly anyone from young professionals to retirees looking to travel the world. Save and Plan is simple. Just sign up to save on a systematic monthly basis directly from your account and gain access to a planner and our planning services. Once you sign up, Polaris gives you a customized financial plan, a real person to speak with, and information to help you make good financial decisions. Your dedicated planner is just an email or phone call away. Saving Plan offers empowering advice for everyone. Visit us at polarisadvice.com. Call us today at 312-951-2606 or email us at polarisadvice.com. That's 312-951-2606 or email us at polarisadvice.com. Save and Plan, empowering advice for everyone. Securities, insurance, and advisory services offered through FSC Securities Corporation. Member FINRA SIPC. Insurance services offered through Polaris Insurance Agency, Inc., which is not affiliated with FSC Securities Corporation.
This is Robert Orr. Welcome back to the family.
Yes, I played that one for Richard Chew. I got
Hey,
that moving in there.
Richard. Richard is listening. He's always listening. We love you. We miss you.
I got to meet you one day, Richard.
I know, Richard. You.
Yeah. Hey, man, how's your concussion, man?
You had a concussion?
Yeah,
What
I got a
happened?
concussion.
He
on
got
Thursday.
body slammed.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I didn't get body slammed. I got body slammed by life. No, long story short, I hit my head on something and I had a minor concussion that I was in the hospital for on Thursday, and everybody kept telling me, you don't have a concussion. So I had my mother drive me to the hospital, and the next thing I know, the doctor says, you have a concussion. I went, aha, I'm right.
Nice doctor, man.
By the way, hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Yeah. What's your mother's name?
Gail.
Gail, what's up, girl? Can she do this? Can she move her boogie body?
Not a
Shake that thing, Gail. Shake
Melania,
that thing.
I love my mother dearly. Melania can blink more than she can move the.
Man, come on now.
No, you're not going to be able to go home to her.
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
No,
You
I'm
ain't gonna get
kidding.
nothing.
I know. I love my mother. She can dance.
Gail, shake that thing. Go ahead. Go on, girl. Go on, girl.
I see it now.
Look at Gail get her thing
Yeah,
going,
Gail.
man. Sorry.
Too funny.
We digress there. You think Gail's... I didn't say white privilege. I just did, didn't I?
You too.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
You were gonna say, do you think Gail what?
Do you think she's moving her thing right now?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Her boogie body.
She's either that or she fell off of her chair.
She's probably laughing.
I'll bet you this. She said, oh my God. I bet she did that.
Probably.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I think she actually stood up and started shaking her boogie body. Now.
You think so?
Mm-hmm. I do.
I don't. Get it again, Gail. Go on, get it again, girl.
Too
Is that one of her
funny.
phraseologies? Would she say, oh my God, would she do that?
No, she'd probably say something like, "Oy vey."
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. You did that good too, man.
Thank you.
You're real Jewish. That was real Jewish.
I am.
That was authentic Jewish. That's what that was.
I'm gonna make you some Hamantaschen next time. I'll bring that.
Some who? What?
Hamantaschen.
Okay, let's get
Does
to
that-
Ken and
does that go-
Joliet.
Does that go on the grill?
No, it's like it's little pastries.
Put barbecue sauce on it? Or what?
You
La hot
can
sauce.
put
La hot
you can
sauce.
put hot sauce on it if you want, if you like.
You know, black folks like hot sauce.
I ain't see. This is where I gotta jump out because I don't go
No,
near
but you're
this.
black today, man. You get to be black today.
You one of us today.
Yeah. Bro, man.
Bruh.
No, you can't say brother, man. You have to say bruh, man.
Bruh. What's up, bruh?
You hear this lady B?
Lady
You
B
hear
is
this?
dying over there. I'm not even looking, and I can tell you she's dying.
Yeah. Let's see where how should I do this? Let's see what's on that's not the one I wanted. This is the one I wanted. Let's see what's on Tommy's mind. Tom, what's up, man?
Well, first of all, let me say to everybody in the studio, especially Matt, Of course, man, you know you will be thoroughly vetted when you come up out of there to see if you have any soaps or anything like that on your person and stuff. And so what you do, you will be absolutely relieved of those items. Next thing is, you know, it's supposed to be Memorial Day. It's supposed to be a time when we stop and we reflect on all of those who laid their lives out that we could have this thing that we call democracy. So I want to ask you, how much democracy is it when a foreign nation comes to your nation and just kicks the hell out of everybody in front of an embassy, including the police, and then goes back home? How much democracy do we have when a candidate for an office can just grab a reporter and literally choke them? How much democracy do you have when you say, in order to form a better government, and yet there is no consequences for those who break the law on any level of the government? I wonder when individuals are going to clearly get it. That the rant and the rave and the stupidity of the comments and all the rest of us leads us to a clear narrative that this country is going straight to H-E-double-L, in case the kids are listening. I'm quite sure that those who lied and laid down their lives for us are wondering what in hell is going on. But I tell you the truth, Tressa, there was never no statement that you made that was any clear when you said he's not going to make it. So I want to leave you with this Memorial Day thing. And I want to say God bless all the servicemen and women who serve us and believe in us and fight for us and die for us. And then I just want to ask the rest of us, Eric, how damn dumb can you be? Go fishing, keep listening to the family meeting. Goodbye.
You can catch Tommy at some point during the second hour of the family
That's our
meeting
Tommy.
every Sunday. And Gail is... Rich sent a message. See Rich's message?
I did.
He said, you didn't see this, Matt. He said that, how do you think Matt got here? Because that's because Gail was shaking her thing.
For those of you that are listening to us, Miss Gail text Matt and said, I'm shaking it. I'm shaking
She goes,
it.
I'm shaking it. Yes, I'm boogieing OMG. And then she just texted me, you are a bro.
That's right.
This is the craziest thing I've ever seen from her.
Get it, girl. Oh, get it, girl.
One more time, Gail.
One
Get
more
up,
again.
girl.
One more again, yeah. Okay. He's doing the funky chicken up
Listen,
there. Matt's doing the funky chicken.
I was not going to say anything.
Now it's over.
Yeah,
the
it's
party's
over.
Now
Yeah,
he's doing the funky.
that was
you
too
see that, Lady
much.
B? He's doing the funky chicken.
Yeah, that's too much.
What's that from 1972?
Look,
what?
I'm sorry. You give me Parliament, I will dance.
That was too much. That was too much.
That was a little too much, man.
Just too much.
That was on the edge.
Okay.
Gail, talk to your boy. Talk to your boy. He's in there doing the funky chicken. Okay, let's see what's on Wayne's mind here. Wayne, what's up, man?
Y'all know y'all silly, man.
Hey, man, why don't you shake that thing, man? Why don't you get out, man?
Come on, Wayne. Get it, boy.
Come on, Wayne.
Wayne can't do nothing. Wayne don't know nothing about that, man. Wayne don't know nothing about
I
that.
went to the show just to hear Teresa. She had the most fun in 2 hours.
I know.
Of my life.
Wayne,
Oh my God.
this is like the job of a lifetime. I love it. I absolutely love it.
She has very, very low standards. Too. You understand that, right?
Oh Lord have mercy. Y'all too much.
How you doing today, Wayne?
How y'all doing?
We're good. We're good.
Yeah, I just want to say, Tommy was right. Happy Memorial Day. We need to think about all those guys who fought and died for this country, especially in the war, the unnecessary wars. Those, all the wars, every life is important. But just think about the unnecessary wars that soldiers have died in, that they didn't have to send those people to die in, just for money or resources or what have you. But I came in, I'm going to have to look at the, the podcast. I missed like the first half hour. I came in when you were talking about the people who from the projects, blah, 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 who don't know no better.
The mentality, the thinking.
mentality, yeah.
It's a
You know what,
mindset.
every time I hear people talk about that, it angers me, and I'm gonna tell you why. Why the Republicans, they are masters of this, concentrating on the poor person, like for instance, Social Security. Just the other day, you had one of those Republican senators. Well, we gotta talk about breaking down the what they call entitlements. Those people are entitled. They worked all their lives under the program, contributing to the program. And all they got to do is raise the cap. That's all they got to do.
Raise the age cap. Raise the wage cap. Yep.
Right. They're so damn greedy. They only want to raise the cap, But here's another thing that gets me. Like, for instance, 2007, 2008, the crash, right? Now, not only that $700-some billion was nothing. Do y'all know they printed up $20 to $30 trillion to pass out to the other central banks on the planet because they messed up the whole monetary system? Are y'all aware of that?
I am.
I didn't know it was that much. I knew they printed money,
Yeah.
but it didn't have the same inflationary effect that printing money would normally have. At least not to that grade.
Of course not, because, see, they had to recoup their losses from us injecting the poison into the system. The poison was those mortgages, those criminal mortgages into the economic system. So they had to recoup their money from those. It's just like a poison spreading through your body.
Well, essentially, Wayne, wasn't that just like paperwork that they just made disappear?
Exactly.
Yeah, they just made it disappear.
Well, they did it so that they could avoid the inflationary impact. They were trying to cheat with basic economics by putting money in the system, but not having it create inflation.
And then in some cases, people actually made out like fat rats on this because some of their mortgages were actually kind of just given to them.
So I think we just lost people on that one.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
But I mean, you guys are right. I mean, they made sure it wasn't inflationary for the planet. They gave those central banks that they gave the money to. They just kept that money and then put it back out, into the system to create more inflation. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they did. I mean, 20 to 30 trillion, but all they want to do is concentrate on the little man, saying, see, they got these people thinking he's taken away from me, especially the Republicans. Republicans are masters at making people believe
otherism.
Well,
it's called otherism.
It's
called otherism.
Yeah, otherism, the other. He or she is taken away from me when they're ripping us off to the tune of trillions. Remember Donald Rumsfeld, just a few days before 9/11. He said, well, we're missing $1 or $2 trillion. What the hell you mean you don't know where $1 or $2 trillion is? You see what I'm saying?
Ain't like no quarters behind the cushions in the couch.
What you talking about? We don't know where it is. You guys know exactly where it is. So they just stealing money and just blaming it, keeping people's minds focused on the little guy or the little woman.
See, but here's the thing, though, Wayne. You're right on point. Some of the stories are kind of crazy. The problem is we don't know what to say or do about it collectively. And as long as the electorate is divided, and things like election, like there's simple solutions to some of the things that we discussed now. Healthcare, raise the Medicare, lower the Medicare age to 0, and you've solved healthcare.
Yep.
Right.
Like you said, Social Security, raise the wage cap from 110 or 12,000, and you solve Social Security.
You do.
Right.
Make it solve it
Taxes.
big time.
There's a couple of different tax proposals that are radical, but you could go to a national sales tax or some other things that would probably suit us well. The problem is you have a bunch of lunatics in Washington who can't or won't do anything.
You think Trump gets a Social Security check?
Probably. And we have no way of affecting them short of revolution.
Yeah.
Right. But you know what? If people would just wake up and think to themselves, each town, each district, we gotta find the right person for this political job. The person who won't be bought, the person who's the most honest. That's the only way, because once these people get in the office, it's like me, I, me. instead of.
Do you think it should be a paid job, Wayne?
Why don't we make them not paid?
That's what I think.
Right. Why don't we make them $1 a year? Why don't we do that?
Mm-hmm.
And then
50 cents.
And then you'll really see who really wants to be a public servant.
It shouldn't be $1 a year. It should be
free
commissions. Pay them commissions based on results.
Oh, now see, there you go.
For results.
Yep. What gets measured gets done, and what gets tracked gets done.
Yeah, that's how you do it. And again, here we are again in a couple of minutes coming up with all the solutions. I mean, some of the logistics and the details have to be worked out, but the basic idea, we can work that out, which proves to me that these people are lunatics.
Yeah.
We got a dude that's body slamming people. He's channeling Andre the Damn Giant and throwing people around the room.
See, they don't want to do what's right. Like, for instance, a single payer healthcare system would save $600 billion a year. That's $1 trillion every 2 years.
He said 600.
You did say 600, man. 600, man. Wait a minute. Here's the good part. Let's get Matt to say that. Say 600, man, since you're a brother today.
600.
No.
That's kind of white, man. That was kind of white.
Yeah, I got 600.
Yeah, that's better. Keep practicing, man.
Wayne,
hey, Wayne, I
love
appreciate
you.
it, man. Thanks again.
We love you, Wayne.
Yeah, okay. I'll see y'all later.
All right.
Okay.
All right, guys, come on. We are in going to take our last break here. We're still on social media. We're still on Facebook. We're still on YouTube streaming live. Check us out.
Still doing the funky chicken.
Stay tuned for more of the Family Meeting.
Every time I turn around, I'm back to love again.
This is David Martzall with the Center for Economic Progress, economicprogress.org. Keep listening to the Family Meeting.
I want to love you forever. I just can't decide. Every time I move out.
A basic and essential part of any financial plan is savings. Most of whatever cash you have will be there because you put it there, not necessarily because of some fancy investment. Now with Save and Plan, Polaris is introducing a new way for you to get empowering financial advice. Save and Plan is simple. Just sign up to save on a systematic monthly basis directly from your account and gain access to a planner and our planning services. Once you sign up to save, Polaris will help you develop a customized financial plan and give you a real person to speak with. Your dedicated planner is just an email or phone call away. Save and Plan offers empowering advice for everyone. Visit us at polarisadvice.com and call us today at 312-951-2606. Or email us at polarisadvice.com. That's 312-951-2606. Or email us at polarisadvice.com. Save and Plan, empowering advice for everyone.
Securities, insurance, and advisory services offered through FSC Securities Corporation. Member FINRA SIPC. Insurance services offered through Polaris Insurance Agency, Inc., which is not affiliated with FSC Securities Corporation.
Hey, Chicago. This is Richard Chu with First Capital Insurance Group. Have you been looking for a way to better grow your safe money to make sure that your hard-earned income is protected from the inconsistency of the volatile markets? Have you often wondered how so many wealthy people protect themselves from loss when the stock market goes down, like it did during our most recent recession? Well, we have answers to those questions. We have solutions that allow you to win the market and inflation battle, reduce taxes on your hard-earned money, give you better than market performance by protecting your money during a down market, which allows you to leave a legacy for your family and loved ones, and most importantly, provide you with an income during your retirement years that can't be outlived, unlike your old 401k, IRA, pension, or mutual funds. So, if you want to revisit your old way of saving for the future and truly protect your safe money, give us a call at 312-243-4562 or go to our website, www.firstcig.com. That's www.stcig.com and click on the retirement planning button. We want to help you protect your future starting today.
Itsashort.com. The website is itsashort.com, spelled ITSASHORT.com. We are the best designation on the internet for award-winning short film, video, and web series. Artists are from all over the world. They are award-winning from various festivals, but you can find us at info@itsashort.com, customer care at itsashort.com, and we'll get back to you straight away.
This is Oliver Gibson. Welcome back to the family.
So look who's joined us now. It's my girl.
Me.
Okay, watch this now. Watch this. Listen to that voice. Say something in Spanish, girl.
¿Cómo están todo el mundo?
Whatever that meant, man.
How is everybody?
I'm having.
doing?
I think I just had a stroke. Oh God.
So now we got Gail shaking her thing and Lady B putting that voice on you today.
OMG, you guys.
I can't.
Said it, because Matt is about to explode.
I
Do it again.
see.
Do it again, Lady B.
How you doing, man? ¿Cómo estás?
I'm okay.
Okay, so that's our show. Thank you for listening.
Small business who?
Oh my gosh. Too funny. Too funny.
Yeah, our guest today is Matt Fisher, and a white privilege, by the way. There you go. In case you've missed the show up to this point, Matt goes bonkers every time we say
white privilege.
There you go. Let's get Ken from Joliet and wrap up here. Ken, what's up, man?
Yeah, I mean, people have forgotten history. FDR put in welfare during the Depression when there was 25% unemployment to help people. Bill Clinton got rid of it in 1994 to screw people. Now, these, you know, they're still trying to push this, you know, welfare queen, you know, stuff on us. You know, 14 years after Clinton got rid of it, or 13 years after Clinton got rid of it. It's a 5-year program now. 5 years and you're out of welfare. You know, forgetting history again, you know, Memorial Day. Memorial Day was Decoration Day. It was established by some blacks in South Carolina in 1866 when they decorated the graves of the Union war prisoners of war who died in a prison camp there. And
This is Oliver Gibson. Welcome back to the family meeting.
My bad.
Sorry about that, Ken. Go ahead.
Finger slips, man.
Apologize for that.
Am I so?
Okay.
I don't know what happened with
I don't
that.
know,
Yeah,
yeah,
I think we lost him. Sorry
Yeah.
about that,
All
Ken.
right, Ken. Next time.
Next week.
Steve from DeKalb. Steve, what's up, man?
Hey, I just wanted to let you know that the Hulk Hogan or whatever from Montana.
Andre the Giant.
What you gonna do,
Andre
brother?
the Giant. Just so you know, so you don't think that we've completely lost it, Montana had more early voting than they ever had in their history.
Mm-hmm.
So he
That's
had
true.
already won. I mean, he was pretty much on his way to winning. And the fact that he didn't, I think there was like a 5% difference. So, you know, it's not like he
Won by a landslide.
won by a lot. So I think that had that happened earlier, I don't think that people would have voted for him.
Yeah, they were saying that more same-day voters, because in Montana, they have same-day registration and same-day voting. And because of that incident the night before, that brought out more same-day voters than it would have. And those people were voting for the Democrat. And that's why that gap closed.
But they had 2/3 of the voters actually voted early, too, though.
They did. They did. They had a lot.
And
Mhm.
didn't they say they had voters that wanted to change their votes, but they couldn't?
Yeah.
You can't change
You can't change it once it's
Right.
in.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's the downfall to early voting.
But to Paul's point earlier, though, and I think you'd like this, Steve, this is not new for this guy. I mean, he's known to be a hothead, and they voted for him early, even knowing that. That's what they wanted.
That's true.
They wanted somebody that's going to run around body slamming little bitty reporters and breaking their glasses.
Yeah, that's true.
But I think there's a little glimmer of hope in all of the people that came out after it did actually happen. Like he might have just been flying under the radar.
Mhm.
You know how we Democrats are, and
Sleep.
when it comes to special elections,
Sleep.
we often don't turn out.
We sleep somewhere. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a shame.
Woke us up.
And so you know, hopefully this is a good sign at least that part of it, that, maybe we won't get trumped again.
I agree.
Ooh, you say that
By
word.
the way,
man.
I don't know if you've, I know you guys aren't really talking about it a lot, but just take a look at all of the world leaders that got together. And Trump, we got so gypped. I mean, there are all these smart people standing there together, people capable of critical thinking, making actual decisions.
Yeah.
And then we have Trump.
Yeah.
And he starts tweeting as soon as he gets back.
Yep. You are so right.
The leader of Germany said, you know what? We don't need those guys anymore.
Yeah.
Well, not that guy.
We do.
I think Germany said what every sane American's been thinking. This is ridiculous. It really is.
60 million people voted for that idiot, man.
Well, Angela Merkel is some.
He didn't get the popular vote. It does mean that there are a lot of crazy people around here.
Yeah, but even if 100 million voted for Hillary, 60 million is a lot of idiots.
Yeah,
it is.
I mean, we got.
But
and what do you do with those idiots? Really?
But you know what? There was a lot of work being. I mean, we need paper ballots. We need real elections. There was a lot of work being done under the radar. I don't think he got all the votes that he got.
Oh my God, Steve.
Okay, so let's say he got 40 million. 40 million is a lot of people who are not that bright.
You know
for
what?
For Donald Trump, 1,000 voters would make me roll over.
1,000.
Wow.
5.
I agree.
Yeah, you got to worry about that. You got to worry about that with those people, man. You really do.
Steve, if you look at the timing of all of these things that are coming out now about the collusion with Russia, how they were communicating with the Russian embassy back then about setting up back channel deals before the election was even won, you would have to think that they knew something was going to happen, that they were going to win because they had hacked into these voting machines.
Oh, absolutely. And that's how they got the information, which is now coming out to put into the analytics.
Thank you.
To see who are the dumbest among us that we can, sway. And it's just because of the way our Congress is set up right now. They're not doing anything about it. This could very easily happen in future elections.
And we have a fourth branch
up.
of government that's activated. It's the press, and the press is what is making the difference now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah. Hey, Steve, we got to run, man. I appreciate you, man.
This is one of my favorite shows. I love you guys. I'm so glad I tuned in.
We love you right back, man.
Thank you.
Definitely.
We got cherry pie and chicken. You don't have any. My bad, man.
Somebody gets a hug.
Thank
bad,
you.
man.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Steve.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.
Eric, if I may, just really quick, he mentioned he came back and started tweeting again. We were talking about this over the break. I personally think that they told him that there is no Wi-Fi anywhere in the Middle East, so he just did not tweet for a week and a half. And then as soon as he came back, he's like, "Oh, I have Wi-Fi again," and goes at it.
That dude. That dude is an idiot. I was like, if it weren't for all those other people on that airplane, where was a malfunction when you needed one? Because my God.
Lady B, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Why that man wrap his hair around his head like that, man?
I don't
I knew he was going to do that.
Why he do that, man?
You know why he does that? I have an answer for it. He does that because of white privilege.
Monique wants to see Matt do his dance one more time. She just requested it.
She wants to see him do his dance.
She wants to see him dance. I promise you.
Really sure?
That's
Monique?
what she said. Monique.
Let's go.
Get it, boy. She says one more Matt dance before the sign off. One more.
My goodness. You really want to see that, man?
Anybody on YouTube, she asked. This was not my idea.
Who asked
Come
for
on, Boogie Body. Monique.
Who asked for that? Monique.
Mm-hmm.
Monique, you done lost your
Monique
mind, man.
Singleton. We see you, girl. She want to see Matt shaking one more time. There it is.
Go on, get it, man. Here comes the funky chicken.
Too funny.
Oh my goodness.
Shake it, baby.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I think I'm going home, man.
Richard said, get it, Matt. Get it, Matt.
Thank you, Richard.
Okay, please sit down, man. Please. Monique.
Oh my God.
I told you. I have a very high dance threshold, but you give me Parliament, I will get on my feet.
Monique said yes.
Monique. let me talk to Monique for a second.
Monique, you single? I'm single.
Her name is Monique Singleton. She said yes.
Hey Monique, Monique, let me holler at you for a second, man. Just, you know what I mean,
You should
man?
see Eric's face right now if you can.
Man.
Oh
Monique.
my goodness.
Monique. I mean, really. Damn, Monique. Really?
There's such a level of disgust on your face.
Oh.
It's hilarious.
Why you do that, man? That wasn't even necessary, Monique. That's why don't nobody like you, Monique.
Oh,
See there?
I love Monique. Thank
there?
you. She said
Thank
you
you,
got me
Monique.
straight tripping, boo.
Monique, you can find me on Twitter at Mr_funny87, and I am single and I'm looking.
See what
Love
you did,
it.
Monique? See what you did,
Absolutely
Monique? That
love
don't
it.
make no damn
Love
sense,
it.
Monique. That's, man.
Family meeting. That's the family meeting right there. This the hookup show now.
That's right.
Brother Love.
We have to change our name.
Hey, it's a little Parliament for you, man.
Uh-oh.
Ah, yeah.
Whoa.
No, we're not going to do that.
Oh, well, it's
'Cause
I'm
almost.
playing with my
See,
emotions.
Monique play too much, man.
She said, "Stop hating, Eric."
Monique be playing all the time.
She
Every time
said,
she come
"Stop
around, man,
hating."
everybody like Monique, man. Why you do that, man?
She said, "Look, this is trying times, Eric."
I guess so. I guess so, man.
Big smile 496 said, "Eric is hating. Eric is hating."
Let me, all your little smarty pants people, answer this. Why that man wrap his hair around his head like that? Answer me that.
I told you, white privilege.
Wait, Cheryl says, "Did you guys see that one speech when 45's front piece of hair was just waving in the wind?"
Yeah.
She said it was so funny. He kept going up and down, but not moving otherwise. I swear, I want to know where that man get his hairspray from, because that's some straight up sticky stuff. That's the
Cement.
man.
Yes.
It's
When it's
cement.
sprayed on, that hair don't move, boy. Mm.
Yeah, I'm a little disgusted now because y'all made that dance. I'm trying to recover, man.
You still trying to get? You can't unsee that.
No, I
You
can't.
can't unsee.
If you guys all want to follow me, I'm at on Instagram. I'm at Food Adventure 87 and Mr. Funny, Mr_funny 87 at Twitter.
That
Twitter.
one,
He's
yeah.
giving it out.
And you should go over to Second City and see Matt do his thing on
Absolutely.
Thursday.
10:30 p.m.
Absolutely.
Tickets are $10, $5 if you're a student at Second City this
It's
Thursday.
10:30.
Which
Yeah.
which Second City?
10:30
There's two
p.m.
studios.
Second City, the DeMont Theater. You want to go in the North Avenue door.
North Avenue door. Got it.
The
Yeah.
back door?
No,
There's two. There's like
There's
two
two.
Second City studios. Yeah.
Really?
no.
10:30, man.
Yeah, no. As I told Eric coming in today, he goes 10:30. That's late. I'm like, see, I go to bed at 11. So as soon as the show's over, I'm like, good night, everyone.
That is late, man. Damn, that's bedtime for me, man.
Oh my God.
I'm 50. Shoot, man. I gotta go to bed.
Party pooper.
You get ready to go?
Yes.
Say something else before you go.
Oh Lord, here we go.
Me eres un placer a tenerte aquí mismo con la familia.
That's right. That's right. That's every day.
I can't.
Lady B, we love
It's
you.
so hot right now.
That was the voice of Lady B.
Oh gosh.
Okay, so we had another one of those shows where we talked about absolutely nothing, but
Yeah.
everything at
But
the same time.
everything at the same time.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Matt, thanks, man.
You're very welcome, sir.
Just-
And it really, thank you for having me on here. It's been an honor.
Real low standards. I'm just tired of the low standards, man. We got to get you up, man. We got to get you something better than this, man. You know what? Bring Gail with you next time, but let's shake a thing in here.
Yeah. Bring Miss
I will
Gail.
actually suggest that. I do not know she'll actually do that. She's a
We like
We
Republicans
like
here.
Republicans. A matter of fact, we love Republicans.
Heck yeah.
Oh, you both are
Especially,
bad.
especially Republicans that can shake they booty.
Yeah, and that's a rarity, by
That's
the way.
a rarity, man.
Yeah.
Miss
A
Gail.
Republican without a stick up their butt? I
Miss
like that.
Gail, we have just formally extended an invitation to you to
Come on now,
come,
girl. Come on now.
come visit.
Next month.
That's
Next
right.
month.
That's all the time we have. I do indeed want to thank you for yours. I'm going to go back to eating my chicken. I finish my pie and drink my water. Hey, man, white privilege. That's what I'm talking about.
Giggity.
Thank you, Lady B, for all the work you do. Tressa, for the news you
Oh,
do.
you're welcome. Next week, we'll see you.
Tune into the family meeting every Sunday at 4. I'm your host, Eric Grant. Peace.
That's right. Pep Swiggy, me and BGG. Baby, you ready for Big Daddy?
I want your body.
Say what?
The way you touch.
Here we go, mama.
Drive it in your cat.
That's right.
You
That's
can be my big daddy. Take it slowly. Have it hold me. Drive it in your cat. You can be my big daddy.
You on my mind like all the time. You genuine.
Did you know you can listen to WCPT stream via their website, TuneIn Radio, iTunes, and Windows Media? Click the Listen Live tab at WCPT820.com.
Efforts amid allegations his son-in-law and top aide had proposed a covert line of communication with the Kremlin. Correspondent Ryan Nobles.
We've been asking specifically, can you confirm or deny this report that said that Jared Kushner attempted to set up the secret back channel with the Russian government during the transition, and the White House is basically ignoring those requests, not confirming or denying it.
North Korea has once again fired what is likely to be a missile. Correspondent David McKenzie.
Pyongyang testing yet another projectile of some kind, potentially a ballistic missile from the eastern coastline, heading in an easterly direction towards Japan.
A shooting spree overnight in southern Mississippi has left a sheriff's deputy and 7 other people dead. The victims in Lincoln County included family members of the suspect. S&P futures gaining 2, the NASDAQ futures up by 7. I'm Ann Cates. Democrats have their eye on the 2018 midterm elections.
Democrats are trying to recruit at least 24 military veterans to challenge Republican incumbents. They say candidates with military experience on their resumes appeal to independent voters and can help the party break the GOP grip on Washington. Several veterans have already announced their bids in some of the 79 Republican-held House districts that Democrats identify as top targets. Christopher Cruz, Washington.
Rolling thunder involving thousands of motorcyclists continues in Washington, D.C. Correspondent Pat Piper reports it's a Memorial Day weekend tradition.
They come from all across America, and each has